Sorry about that, my friends. This is the second part of episode 25 because the camera packed up again. Michael had just explained about his friend living in Manus on the Amazon, and Christine had explained she knew where that was. She'd got a map to make her feel closer to her daughter. Michael said, "I can understand that. Well, this friend of mine has become acquainted with a local journalist. He was at the journalist's house for a dinner party recently, and the local hack took my friend into his study and passed him a photograph. He also told him about the rumours of crash survivors, but so far into the rainforest, nobody knew where." He looked at Christine. It seemed she was hardly breathing. He looked round, but the other customers didn't know all the drama that was taking place at this table as they enjoyed their lunch. Michael paused. Michael paused. "My friend, his name is Ahmed. He knew that one of my favourite students was in that plane crash. He had the photograph copied, and yesterday I received this in the post by airmail." Reaching into the inside pocket of his grey blazer, Michael passed Christine an envelope, first of all removing something. Christine slipped out of the airmail envelope a sheet of typed paper, and she read the contents. "Dear Michael, a few nights ago I talked to you briefly on the phone about the rumours along the river and the photograph. Here is a copy of the picture. Sorry it's not clearer, but the original is only a Polaroid, and this was the best copy I could do. If there's anything else I can do, please let me know. But on the 27th I leave for a 6-week field trip. I won't be around. I enclosed the phone number of my journalist friend. He's keen to help and keen for the story. Trust all is well with you. Regards and best wishes, Ahmed Kal." When Christine had finished reading the letter, he passed her the photograph. Christine let out a shriek and stood up. She felt dizzy, and the room seemed to be shaking. "It's my daughter!" she yelled. Michael took her hand and persuaded her to sit down again. A young waitress ran downstairs to speak to the proprietor. "I think Christine has some news of Belinda." The proprietor ran up the stairs as he'd never done in all his years of running the restaurant. He came to the table and looked at Christine and Michael. "Is everything okay?" He didn't know what to say, but he was good to his staff, and he would have sold his restaurant and his house to get news of Christine's daughter. Christine couldn't speak. She just handed her kindly boss the photograph. His eyes widened. "Where?" he asked. Christine had not been able to ask that yet, and she looked expectantly at Michael. "It's not easy to say." Michael sighed heavily. "But she may well be alive. What do you make of her hair, Christine?" "It's longer. It's much longer." All in the restaurant were now listening upstairs, and downstairs there was a great deal of talk between staff and customers. The owner went down the stairs more carefully and thoughtfully than he'd come up them, intent on making Christine and her visitor fresh coffee. She sat facing Michael with an occasional tear running down her face, and he with a lump in his throat attempted to explain. He told her about the rumours, the way the photo had come down the river, and how it had reached him. "Trouble is, Christine, we do not know where they are." "No, but there's very strong reason to believe that my Belinda is alive." "I think she is. Do you know this man?" He pointed to the picture of Gus. Christine studied the face. "No, I don't know who he is." Truth was, she'd hardly noticed him before. No sign of Duncan. "We don't know if there are any other survivors besides these two, but it's good that Belinda's not alone anyway." The fresh coffee was placed on the table, and the boss squeezed Christine's hand. "You have the rest of the day off, love. I think you've more important things on your mind than my customers. I'll pay you anyway." "Thank you." "Just tell us if there's anything that we can do." "I will." Christine couldn't care now what the college lecturer thought of her working as a waitress. Truth is, Michael Saunton didn't even think about it. He didn't measure people by where they worked, and he decided already that this woman was special. Hadn't she produced Belinda? "What do I do now?" Christine spoke out loud. "I've got to find her." Well, we could take the information to the Brazilian embassy in London. I'm afraid it would just get filed away. What else to do, I'm not sure, but if my daughter is alive, I'll do anything I can to find her. Would you go to Brazil, Christine? Of course. I don't know where to start, but I'll try and I'll go. I've got a few ideas. Can we leave things at that for today? I can't miss this meeting, but I'll come back to Salisbury tomorrow night and tell you what I think we could do. We? Well, yes. Sorry, Christine, only if you want my help. You want to help me find Belinda? Yes. Well, then I'm overjoyed. They exchanged phone numbers, addresses, and planned to meet at 7 o'clock the next evening. In the meantime, Christine, I have a couple of things that I want to set in motion.